Oh, Ice Winter, I remember this guy. Why am I using that? Oh, I remember you from last night, buddy. I remember you. You remember me? You're the guy that ganked me and took my pesty. Can you believe it? This is the guy that took my pestilence. And now I got my revenge. Revenge is sweet, man. It's super sweet.
I'm gonna frag.
Not gonna frag anything. This is a heroic landmark. Are you kidding me? Let's see how hard this hits. Yeah, it's pretty damn hard. I'm just absolutely annihilating these guys. Alright guys, welcome back to another Division build video, and today we're looking at a Darkzone survivor build, and this is what I used. And the reason I used this, because as you would have seen in the intro clip, I got ganked and they stole my exotic weapon. And I was kind of annoyed afterwards, and I thought to myself, well, if I'm going to get into the Darkzone, I'm going to have to find something that's going to do damage without having to rely on Heartbreaker, because at the time I couldn't get my stacks because they were playing with pulse resist or something like that. And I died. They stole my stuff. It hurt, man, but I'm happy it happened because that's how I came up with this. Now, ultimately, what this build is about is almost like diversifying your damage pool. And what it means is I get damage from bleed, which is something, unless they're running bleed resistance or hazard protection, they are still going to take a lot of damage from that. Heartbreaker is now only a bonus, and it's only used to help me clear pretty much landmarks. So this build, the objective of this build is 1, clear heroic landmarks quite easily, as you've seen in the intro clips, and 2, be able to defend yourself if you get ganked. This is the ultimate build for me, that I go in to, look for gear. I'm still looking for some Jarl gear. I'm still looking for system corruption, and this is what I use. So stats-wise, we've got 1.3 million armor, as you can see, 89,000 toward roughly 90,000 weapon damage. In PvP, we've got 35k, 51% credit chance, 95 credit damage, 65 headshot damage. And of course, we've got the technician specialist, so we do have that 50% pulse resistance anyway. And we've got assault rifle bonus, that's why we're running the Fenris mask. And what else do we have here to show? 1.322 million armor, health regeneration, 50 pulse resistance, as I've mentioned. But to be honest with you, this last stuff isn't really something I'm worried about too much at this time. So throughout the build, I'm using the Police M4. This is the only weapon on here that's not fully maxed that I'm using. I still need to do that, but we've got 4% extra weapon damage on this. I still need to optimize the assault and health damage, but I didn't have to. I mean, it really does shred. And we've got damage out of cover out this with Sadist, and then we've got the ACS 12. So the Rock and Roller's got the 30 round mag, but you obviously that's the talent on this guy. I was able to put on Sadist because I've got an additional mag size, so it's about two extra rounds that you have. And then I'm just running the Liberty when I'm just really taking the piss and shooting people with it. But it does have some interesting talent on there about weapon damage and stacking and all kinds of stuff, but I'm not really focused on that. On the mask, we've got the Fenris group, where all it's about is the assault rifle damage and having all of this stuff maxed out as much as possible. I do have 1 headshot damage on here because I do sometimes just like knowing that if I aim for a headshot and I get it, especially if it's not in the middle of a gunfight or something, that it's going to start off well. The gunfight's going to start off well with that additional 10% headshot. Got crit chance and crit hit damage on this. On the backpack, we've got the Heartbreaker backpack because all I'm really interested in is getting my stacks as soon as possible. I don't care about having 100 stacks because in the end, you're running around the Darkzone between landmarks. So you're not going to necessarily maintain 100 stacks. So I don't feel I needed the chest piece. And by the way, I already needed the chest piece for what we're doing here. I'm sure you're all familiar with the Reach Rate Pride. We've got credit chance, credit damage, and credit damage on that. And then obviously gloves, same story. We've got credit chance, and weapon, we have weapon damage on that as well. Crit hit damage on this guy, and on this one we've got crit hit chance. Now, as you guys will see, I've got 3 blues and 3 reds. So I'm not going to say you have to have blue on this or you have to have blue on that, but if you can use this in a specific way, so even if you decide to, maybe in here you don't want to play with an assault rifle, then over here you can put in the Heartbreaker mask, and you can change to fox prayers or to whatever one of the gold gloves out there, if that's something you want to do. I think it's perfectly viable. I just do this because I want that burst assault rifle, and it works for me. So we've got around 1.3 million armor, like we've shown earlier. I think 1.3 to 1.5 is the sweet spot. The reason I'm happy with the 1.3 million is because of the bleed sustain that we get with the Stinger Hive, as you would have seen when I've taken out that group of guys and that initial chap that stole my pestilence. So it does provide you. What I've come to realize is this does not stack with Heartbreaker. So let's say you've got your Heartbreakers. I can be wrong, but this is just my observation so far, after being playing with this for a day or two. If you have the Heartbreaker set and you have your stacks and you pop this full bleed, you will still do bleed damage with it, and obviously you will with Sadist. It would cause the bleed for your Sadist to do that kind of damage, but it's not going to add to the reach way repair strength on bonus armor. But as soon as they deplete that Heartbreaker armor, that's when it kicks in. And it saved me multiple times where, I've got my stacks and all of a sudden I get ganked, or there's a elite enemy coming my way or a named enemy coming my way, shooting hard with a shotgun. He takes my Heartbreaker armor off within, 3 seconds, and I already have this popped. And as soon as it hits him and I hit him with bleed, I get almost like a double massive boost, in that sustain. So it helps you to do damage without requiring Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker serves as a great substitute, or not substitute, as supportive kind of element to the build. So it just really works well for me. I'm playing the Defender drone because once I've popped this and it's about to run out, and I can see that I get my bleed sustain. As soon as I get the bleed sustain, I pop this, because then it's almost like the damage mitigation, which I'm building up. We've got 4% damage reduction. So I think in total now it's how much is it? I looked at this the other day actually. Damage reduction. It's just 4%, but in general it does, 26. So now I've got 26% damage reduction because of it already. So pretty much a quarter of the damage the guy's going to do to you is mitigated, and you still got the sustain from the bleed, which isn't incredibly strong, but it's just enough to kind of keep you or get you or keep you in the gunfight to do some serious damage. So if you've got one chap, you've got 3% on 1.3 million is what about, oh, my math, 1.3 is 13k is 29, so it's about 30k on 3% that you would probably get. If my math's correct, don't quote me on that. But yeah, point is, it's sustainable. It does a ton of damage, as you can see, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it. So I'm going to try and put out more videos over the weekends from now on. Obviously, we do stream pretty much every night, and I appreciate you guys. If you did enjoy the video or you find it helpful, please do drop a like, subscribe if you're new. We are very active on the channel in general, and we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. If you guys can help me do that, I would really appreciate it. And I wish you all the best with this. Let me know in the comments section how you guys are doing, if this has been helpful, what you are running, if you're running something different, and of course, if you think you can improve this build in some way, either in damage or sustain or whatever, please do drop a comment down in the comment section below. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one.